Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's boardzy, and I say this pretty often, but this is truly going to be a very different type of video. This is a question that I get asked a surprising amount, like what are the best tech stores in Japan, where to get artisan mouse pads in Japan. So I figure, as a white person who's been there once, who could make a better video on this topic than me? But yeah, I'm going to start off with Tokyo because I feel like that's where most people go to visit, and the big two here are going to be Bic Camera and sofmap. I apologize if I pronounce those wrong once again, and I feel like these are really like the ones to beat. They're very close to each other, so if you go, you like pretty much have to hit both. I would say Bic Camera might have a better selection of like just like exclusive gaming equipment. They obviously have tons of cameras, like it's in the name, but there's just like a very wide selection. But sofmap has tons of relevant stuff, tons of artisan pads. This is where this legendary picture was taken, and I believe this next one was from there as well. They just have an unbelievable amount of mouse pads. You see the X10, that's another exclusive Japanese brand, but yeah, you kind of get the point. They also have gaming cup noodles at one of the stores, I forget which, and apparently the gaming means that they have caffeine. Like, Japan just embraces stuff on a commercial level that America fails to. So I mean, I don't have a ton of like pictures or videos from these stores. Maybe I have some more. Yeah, like just the Razer lineup, but you're just going to be blown away. And for me, somebody who does have like a massive collection, I wasn't seeing many things that I didn't like have or know existed, but it's just like still you'll be able to buy pretty much anything on the market, and it's just unbelievable. What else do I have? Oh yeah, here we're just sitting down in this like Logitech racing chair space, tons of Logitech gear, and they do split it down by brand where like Razer might get most of a floor, and then there's just this picture, I believe from sofmap, that I just always found weird. Like, what am I doing with my fingers? What am I doing with my hand? So yeah, without a doubt, in my experience, these were the two biggest, just most filled stores. And some people, when I like posted about this on Twitter, they're like, Micro Center, Best Buy are literally the same thing. And it's just like, it sounds so foolish if you've actually been there. And I'm not trying to like sound superior, but it's just a fucking different level of availability of every product from like every vertical. It's pretty absurd. And then the third store in the Akihabara district that I actually did not go to, but I was like yelled at for not going there. If anything, blame G-Wolf's Gym. I believe a lot of you guys will know him, but it's called PC Arc PC. I've heard it referred to as both, and I hear that it's just very good when it comes to like availability with enthusiast mice, stuff like that. You can see these pictures they're providing. It appears to be a bit more like downsized compared to Bic Camera and sofmap though, which just have floors and floors of different stuff. So but yeah, at all the stores, there's going to be a insane artisan mousepad selection. I think this was Bic Camera, sofmap, one of the two, tons of mousepads, Pulsar stuff. And yeah, that's going to be all for Tokyo. I'm sure there's some stuff I missed, but those were really, I'm sure there's nothing on the scale of those. So yeah, if you're in the Akihabara district and you have an interest just in general electronics, anime, there's a billion more stores. But yeah, now in Osaka, which was surprisingly like dope. Because the thing with Japan, this is going to be a small rant, but like in America, there's New York City, and then everything else is like on a tier below it in terms of like just density of people. But Japan is able to replicate like the density of Times Square in so many places throughout the country. Like I expected Osaka to be like Philadelphia compared to like New York, but it's absolutely not like Philadelphia. And I will say the Hilton Osaka was the nicest hotel I stayed in all of Japan. But yeah, now going to PCones, which is just a legendary store in the like enthusiast space. And what really surprised me about it is the size of it, because you know, America, bigger, better. This is a very compact store, and I'm not knocking on it due to the size, but like this is pretty much the main peripherals like showroom, but they just fucking fit everything in here. This is like the testing area for mice. Obviously this is keyboards, more mice, and then the artisan mouse pads. Hopefully I have the full picture. You can take one off the hanger, try it out. It's really a dope experience. And I would say PCones is just like, I don't know, it encapsulates like the Japanese store experience. Their biggest thing though is like actual PC building and stuff. So, and yeah, I mean, just like the mouse pads and hangers, like what store in America is like this? I will wait for an answer. But yeah, they had the boardzy Fest pad, which I thought was pretty dope seeing it in person, like halfway across the world. And there are going to be new variants of these coming out this year. But yeah, besides PCones in this area, the Nipponbashi area, I believe there were a lot of just like vintage camera, like vintage radio, just like cool tech like that. But I don't recall seeing any other like specifically PC electronics stores like kind of on the same level. But I did get this like really good meal in that area. I'll try to throw a picture up. But yeah, I'm not going to make this like a 20-minute long video. I just wanted to get the basics out. These are, in my opinion, the best stores in Japan. And yeah, my experience was pretty limited. I did not see pretty much all of like this part of the country, but I did hit Tokyo, Osaka, Kobe. Is it Akashi? Yes, Akashi. This is near where Artisan is actually located. And then I went down with the Artisan CEO to Naruto, where we saw some like whirlpools and shit. It was a pretty shocking trip, and that's all I got to say for this video. Okay, never mind. One quick non-tech Japan rant, and this came from my trip to McDonald's with the Artisan team, and it was like, there was this burger that had soy sauce on it. I'm trying to like look at the menu and figure out which one it was. I think it was the Samurai Mac actually. And it was just, it didn't taste right. And they also had, at the time I was there, this like New York promotion. And I have never seen like a egg on a burger. Like, that's not a New York thing, but I kind of regret not trying that. But yeah, overall, I also had this like matcha frappe thing. That was quite good. And the fries are so much better than American fries, which is usually something you think America has. But yeah, they just beat us out in terms of like fry experience at McDonald's. And I did go 0 for 2 for burgers in Japan, but I'm giving the country the benefit of the doubt. I feel like if I go back, I may have a good burger. But yeah, I did have the best meal of my life at a place called Wagyu Jockey in terms of steak. So overall, it was all very good. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks to Artisan for bringing me there originally, and I hope to return. Shout out to Japan. Peace out.